This is the Comica VDLive10 portable microphone system. I'd say about 5 years ago or more, they never had very tiny microphone wireless systems like these. Usually they're much bigger, about the size of 2 packs of cards for the transmitter and the receiver as well. Today I'm going to show you what's in this thing, the features of it. Keep in mind, Comica has 2 versions of these. One of them is for the iPhone. It has an iPhone Lightning connector, and another one has USB-C. They look very, very similar, so make sure you're buying the right one. Distance up to 30 meters, but some of the listing on Amazon says up to 50 meters, so I'm a bit confused about this packaging. The device itself, the accessory box. You got the carrying case, a code shoe adapter for the receiver, a USB-C to USB-A converter to plug the receiver into your laptop, 2 windscreens for each of the transmitters, a TRRS cable. You might want to check compatibility because sometimes your camera or your phone might require a 3-conductor. And finally, a USB-C charging cable. This box doubles up as a charger, USB-C input, reset button, the open button, a pairing button, and the battery indicator. I try to push this in and it doesn't really open. So in this case, the hinge is not super well designed. You have to pull the lid towards yourself while pushing the button, and then it can kind of nudge it open like that. Once you open it up, it'll show the battery indicator levels on all the devices. Please turn off the devices before putting them back into the charging cases for charging. They really mean it, because one time I left this guy on and I left it in the case and it actually completely drained the entire case. You have to make sure they turn off, or you're gonna find yourself without much battery even if the case will recharge. Each one of these will last 4 hours, and a charged up case will charge these guys 3 times for a total of 12 hours plus 4 hours. Here's one of the mics. There's simplex mode and duplex mode. Simplex mode means it's just transmitting your audio to the receiver. Duplex mode means you can plug a pair of headphones in here and you can listen to what this mic is actually picking up. Here's a volume mute button. If I press and hold it, it will go to mute. If I press and hold, it'll unmute it. Right now it's at volume 3. If I press it once, volume 4. Press it once, volume 1, and it'll cycle through like that. This is the mic. Here is the windscreen, and it fits right on top of that, like that. And then you use this clip and clip it wherever you need to put it. Now there's only one hole for headphones or microphones. So in duplex mode, it's expecting you to put in headphones. In simplex mode, it'll default to using the microphone up here. But if you plug in a microphone down here, it's going to use that instead. Now I'm gonna turn this guy on too. On the receiver, there's M and S. This is mono or stereo. Let's see how well the connector for the USB-C works. Plug that in, and we can plug this right into the computer. If you're not using it, put the cover back on. You just kind of put that on there, and this will sit on top of your camera. I actually didn't realize that this is actually magnetic, so if you put something metal here, kind of gets stuck. So if you put this in, it almost feels like it's held there by friction, but there is a magnet that holds it in place a little bit more. I got set up where that marker is 10 meters away. Each additional marker is 10 more meters away. So for a total of 50 meters. We're gonna start out with my Rode mic setup. I'm 10 meters away, line of sight. This is no line of sight. 20 meters away, line of sight. 30 meters away, line of sight. 40 meters away, line of sight. 50 meters away, line of sight. Now let's come back and try the Comica setup. This is 10 meters away, line of sight. This is no line of sight. 20 meters away, line of sight. No line of sight. 30 meters away, line of sight. No line of sight. 40 meters away, line of sight. No line of sight. 50 meters away, line of sight. No line of sight. Now this is only with one transmitter, but I have no dead cat on. There's some wind here. You can see my shirt is kind of flapping around. Let me put on the windscreen here. 10 meters away, line of sight. No line of sight. 20 meters away, line of sight. No line of sight. 30 meters away, line of sight. No line of sight. 40 meters away, line of sight. No line of sight. 50 meters away, line of sight. No line of sight. I switch over to a lapel mic so you can hear the difference between the built-in mic of the thing and a lapel mic. You can see if I tap on this, nothing. But if I tap on this, you should be able to hear something. The transmitter's right here, 10 meters away, line of sight. No line of sight. 20 meters away, line of sight. No line of sight. 30 meters away, line of sight. No line of sight. 40 meters away, line of sight. No line of sight. 50 meters away, line of sight. No line of sight. Hello, I'm gonna be walking backwards here. Forwards here. Backwards here. Forwards here. Backwards here. Forwards here. Backwards here. Forwards here. It should be okay now. Backwards, forward, backwards, forward. I got two transmitters going at the same time. It's on stereo mode, which means each channel has its own channel. This is left, and this is right. If I switch it to mono mode, then each one is gonna go to both channels. You see, both sides is popping now. 10 meters away, they have their own distinct channels, left channel, right channel. I'm gonna go no line of sight, left channel, right channel. I'm gonna walk towards the 20-meter mark with line of sight over here, left channel, right channel, no line of sight, left channel, right channel, line of sight, left channel, right channel, no line of sight, left channel, right channel. Keep on walking. This is no line of sight now on the 40-meter mark. 40-meter mark, we have line of sight, left channel, right channel. No line of sight, left channel, right channel. Keep on walking to the 50-meter mark. Over here, line of sight, left channel, right channel. No line of sight, left channel, right channel. With quite a bit of wind too right now. So I think that concludes it. Interestingly, in this particular box, it says 30 meters. So I don't know, maybe they improved the radio frequency. Maybe they improved the radio or whatnot to change it to 50 meters. But this will be very interesting. It's on simplex mode, so it's expecting a microphone, and I've plugged in a microphone. I've switched it to duplex mode so I can actually hear myself talking into this thing. I can monitor the ambient noise to make sure the audio is good while I'm recording. Like right now, if I quiet down a little bit, I can hear a little bit of background noise. So maybe I can just kind of adjust it a little bit. I've changed it to maximum volume, volume 4, so it probably sounds really loud. But if I change it to volume 1, the background noise lowers down, but I think I gotta put this closer to my mouth so that my audio is high enough. So this is probably not high enough. I have to turn it up on volume 2. Hello, testing. Yep, volume 2 is loud enough. Of course, you probably don't want to record with your headphones on like this, so I'm just gonna remove this. After you're done monitoring it, you just remove it. Now I got both of these on, and I just want to say something about the little switches here. These are actual physical contact switches. When I'm switching from simplex to duplex, I can feel the contacts move. It's sort of like a low-tech way to do things. And personally, I've had a mic that uses these kind of contacts, and you just can't turn them on and off too much. It wears out. So keep that in mind when you get these. If you listen very carefully, the built-in mic is not as high fidelity as a lapel mic, of course. Given that it's almost half the cost of comparable devices, you might just let that slide. It's definitely usable, especially when you want a 2-mic system. They can get quite pricey. If you guys are interested in this product, check out my Amazon affiliate link down in the video description below. Don't forget to give me a like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.